Hello. Right, today we're in the London Borough of Hackney with Esther here. Now I've got a list of recycling rates for all London boroughs, and unfortunately Hackney's quite low down with a recycling rate of 24.3%, but this might not be the whole story. So Esther, tell me what Hackney do for you with regards to recycling.
Well, they take cardboard, plastics, paper, drinks cartons, all the usual bits and bobs.
And what's in there?
That's my landfill waste.
That's your landfill. Now, I've come to film Esther today because she's quite unusual. She has a little child and she uses reusable nappies. Now, for me, that would have been madness.
That's what we do in our house.
Okay, so let's go and have a look.
Oh, Emily's falling apart.
So Esther, can you explain how these reusable nappies work?
Right. Well, it's very simple. Here's the nappy.
Okay.
It's just cotton. You just fold it up into 3 and then it pops into the case here. And then Emily's going to give me the liner. That goes on top.
Right.
So this bit collects the waste.
Very good.
So you don't have to touch any of the horrible bits. So this goes straight down the loo.
Yes, okay.
And then this bit absorbs all the liquid waste.
Right, fair enough.
And then you just pop it on like a normal nappy with Velcro there.
God.
And then when you're done, you just pop them in the washing machine on a normal wash. And that's it.
Okay, you found it quite easy?
Yeah. I started when Emily was just a couple of weeks old, so
yes.
so that I didn't get used to the disposable nappies.
Okay, so Emily, which nappy do you like best? Which one do you like best? Do you like them? Do you like them both? Are you used to it? But you know why? Because it's got a picture of a little dog on, hasn't it?
Yeah,
do you think that's why?
reeling them in.
Do you think that's why? Do you think that's why you've been trapped? You've been trapped by the advertising man.
She's got some that are really pretty, like with spots on and stuff.
Yes, and do you prefer those? Well, I think you're amazing because when I had my first child, you had this baby that cried so you didn't have enough sleep. It weed and it pooed and it was sick. And if you'd said, could you use reusable nappies, I'd have crawled under the sofa and not come out. But what makes you want to, what drives you to do this?
You don't have to be very driven really, because...
But there must have been a starting point.
I just thought it was a good idea because obviously there's much less landfill.
Yes.
And it's also a lot cheaper than
really?
Using disposables.
Yes. Because I thought that you would have to put on a special load every day, but you're saying you can just use it for the normal washing.
She only uses about 4 a day.
Yes.
And then I've got a bucket in the kitchen, they just go in there, and then they go in with a normal white wash. Just get down.
Oh, that's excellent.
So, yeah.
So perhaps we can now look at my very interesting figures I've got, your statistics.
Right. See how well I've done.
Okay, so here are Esther's statistics. Well, this is if she'd been using all disposable nappies. So green box, 8.1 kilograms, compost, 2.5 kilograms, and residual waste, that's landfill, and you estimated to use 32 disposable nappies. So that total was 8.3 kilograms. So
I would have used.
Yeah. So if using disposable nappies, your recycling rate would have been 56%. Okay. So then your actual recycling rate, which is you just use 7 disposable nappies a week. Okay. That brings your residual waste down to 2.1 kilograms, which means that your recycling rate is 83%. And I've got a special thing to present you with here, because this is the recycling rates for all the London boroughs. There's Hackney, and there is Esther.